Hello, friends, and welcome to today's episode. It looked like the homeowners didn't have any problems with him. At least he never even saw them leave the room. But the group of old people standing at a crossroads for hours on end was a strange sight to see. But the way the old man was looking at him made him worry. Even though Eric's Nissan was old and about to die, he loved it. It was a car, so he was happy. He loved it even more because he bought it himself as soon as he got his driver's license. His friends were jealous, but they got free rides all the time, so they didn't say anything. But one day, they found something weird. The man was leaning on his broken-down walker and looking into nothing. What did he do while he was in the shade of the maple tree? Eric couldn't help but look at him when he got to the crossing. He felt like something wasn't right, so he went to see if he could help. Eric spoke up and asked, "Are you okay, sir?" The man woke up and looked at him with a smile on his face, trying to make it seem like there was nothing wrong. Eric wanted to keep talking to him, but a car behind him honked its horn, so Eric had to move on. Despite that, he still thought about the old man. A week later, Eric had to go the same way, and the man was still standing under the same tree, just looking at the old blue house. What was happening? Eric had seen his grandmother lose her memory, and he feared that this might be the same thing. But how could he really know? One of his more tech-savvy friends gave them a simple idea: hide a camera nearby so they could see what was really going on without wasting time and gas. The cloak and dagger plan didn't seem like it would work, but Eric had to know. As the days went by, a pattern started to form. Almost every day, the old man would slowly walk from a nearby bus stop down the street until he reached the corner and stand there. He would just sit under the tree and look at the house for hours. Sometimes he would sit down to eat an apple. But there seemed to be a hint of sadness every time. That's all. The camera made them wonder more than it told them. So, he got in his car to find out what was going on. Sure enough, he was there again a few days later. Eric stopped the car and slowly walked over to the senior who was thinking. "Sir, how are you?" The man slowly looked up at Eric, and his eyes lit up with a flash of recognition. Ah, that's the young man from the car. He didn't think it was true. He thought of him. The rest of the conversation would be something that he would always remember. The old man was not at all forgetful. In fact, he was smart and had a good way with words. Why did he go out there so often? The man and his wife used to live in the house in question, but she died of cancer many years ago. The bills from the hospital broke him. That wasn't all, though. Even though he tried to keep her living, she ended up getting away, leaving the old man alone. He never got over her death and never remarried, so they never had children. He also had to leave because he couldn't pay his bills. He went there so he could be near his dead wife. He had to take a seat. Even though he was young and hadn't lived the same way, he could feel a painful stab of pity. His grandma had help from everyone in the family. But this man seemed to be alone. He made a choice right then and there. At first, the man said it wasn't necessary, but Eric saw a change in his smile after just a few rides. There was joy and light in there. Eric's friends, school, family, and the girls he liked were topics of conversation. The old man also talked about his life. It was a friendship that didn't make sense. But there's more. Over time, the rides stopped only going to the house. They went to parks, beaches, coffee shops, and other places, sometimes just the two of them and sometimes with Eric's friends. People around them were trying to make a big deal out of it, but he told them not to. Every time, it was worth it to see the old man smile. That's it for today, friends. Please let us know what you think about this story. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon for more amazing stories.